It's an areological, autoerotical, tubular, bovular joy. An exposular, regional, batular, pouchular, fun for girl and boy. A latissimal, dorsical, hung like a horsical, caliphalygical ball.
The most bunular, funnular.
Fruit of the lumula.
Frenchical, tongular.
Wabada, bobular, bunular, fruit of the lubular, frenchical, tongular, wabada, bobular, lessical, orbical, smirtus, bobular, tosa, particular ball. Hey!
Hey guys, how's the movie?
Oh, it's breastica, bubical, chestica, mammical, pendular, globular. Oh, for crying out loud, movie sound.
Ready for the episode?
I never adjusted my microphone. All right.
Most importantly, go
You're
ahead.
almost clean shaven.
Yeah,
Almost.
Well, more importantly, are you ready for me to defend my title live on the show?
Well, if it's best dressed, you already won.
Later on in the show, this is just a teaser.
Oh. Whoa.
The king of this fucking thing title
Right.
that I deemed myself champion of a couple weeks ago, and immediately defended on the spot in
Right.
a three-way staple gun death match. I defended it immediately.
Right.
So it already has more credence and clout than your title, which was won and then vacated for lack of defense. And I'm going to defend it tonight live on the show.
I don't think so, but keep going.
Live on the show, I will defend it in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, yeah?
Later on tonight against you.
All right.
Because I'm a fighting champion.
A fighting champion.
Yes.
You're like Kurt Angle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Except no Olympic golds there.
Except I don't suck, damn it.
Oh.
I'm not from Pittsburgh.
Where are you from?
Albany, Georgia. I was born in Albany, Georgia.
Yeah. That's right down the road.
I did not go to school in Albany, Georgia. I went to school in upstate New York, and that's what we're talking about today is school.
Upstate New York? Oh.
Where I used to shoot baskets, but now they shoot each other.
That's right. You didn't shoot baskets at all.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I actually, when I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, I won.
Wait a minute. You just got back from somewhere this last weekend.
Oh, yeah, the deathmatch tournament.
Yeah.
I went to the H2O Hardcore Hustle, Matt Tremont's wrestling promotion in Williamstown, New Jersey at the H2O/Kevin Hogan Memorial Hall, and they had the first ever King of the Underground no-ring deathmatch tournament, which was won by lowlife Louis Ramos. It was an excellent show.
Was it good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a dollar bill stapled to my head. I stapled the chick's titties. We could hopefully get the video of some of the crazy shit. It's on YouTube and such.
We're working on that.
My buddy TJ and friends, I listed him as one of my employers on Facebook, as well as Tikigodstudios.
Right.
Recently, in an effort to appear more professional. And tonight
I have it listed too as owner, so
tonight I'm dressing for the job I have, not the job that I want, because
That's
they're
right.
both the same thing. And my job is being the fucking man and being the king of this fucking thing, the champion. And I'm defending that title later. But yeah, I had a lot of fucking fun down in Jersey.
What am I dressed as? A little everything.
Yep. You're dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin. if he
First
was a-
responder, and I got the fitness center, and double socks for a warehouse. That sucks, but
Yep. I got holes in my toes for the warehouse.
that's right.
That's cool.
No, it's not cool.
What was I
Alright.
talking about?
We were talking about school, right? Yeah,
No.
baskets.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the death match. Which one?
Oh yeah, the death match was awesome. The show was crazy. A lot of crazy shit went down. I drank way too much. I woke up at I was out of bed at 5 p.m. the next day. I had like borderline alcohol poisoning. I drank on an empty stomach. My bi-monthly fucking drinkathon.
You always fucking do. Every time you go down that way, like you come back, you're like, I probably drank way too much.
But usually I'm going to Five Guys and I'm buying slices of pizza on the boardwalk, and I'm going to fucking what's the chicken place? Chick-fil-A. Like usually I'm eating. I just had like a half a calzone and drank like 15 Bud Lights on an empty stomach. It was horrible.
Just the idea of Bud Lights, I can almost feel the headache onset. I hate Budweiser.
I just go with the light beer. Got to keep it slim to keep the title around my fucking waist.
Coors Light.
That's probably about it. Yeah,
That's like water. Come on.
I like Mick Light, but people don't like that because it's like a lady beer. That's what I like to buy.
Zima. Is that even still around?
No, it's White Claw now, bro. You know, so they came out with White Claw. Another company came out with a different seltzer. And then immediately Busch came out with their own hard seltzer. It's like 14% alcohol. Busch is like, hold on, watch this.
Hold on, watch this.
We got this for these hillbilly bitches.
Some shithead will buy it.
Yeah. So no, I won a free throw basketball competition in middle school where you had to see how many free throws you could make out of like 20.
I think I vaguely remember that.
I went to the next level where it was we had to drive like an hour.
FAW?
No, we had to drive like an hour or two, and there was a whole gymnasium full of people with just 3 of us, and there was a set of like 6 chairs, and it was the 3 kids out there and my mom. So I had to bring my mom out with me. I was like the 3rd grade or something. Or I just wanted to. She was like, "You want me to go with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." And I sucked out at that. I think I got in 2 out of 3rd place, but I got to like the county level or something like that. So I was actually a free throw fucking master, and I was good at horse. But I never really liked fucking with basketball. I don't really play a lot.
I think I went out for basketball once and hated it.
I love shooting, man. I shot tons of basketball. I had a basketball hoop at the house. Like I was like basketball, dude. I was a master fucking shooter, but not much of a player, you know.
Right. No, I didn't. I went for basketball once. Didn't like it. I didn't like it because at the time, I guess it was the cardio. I was like, man, it's fucking just running back and forth. But then fast forward a couple of years, and I ended up wrestling, which is, if you ask me, even more cardio. But I love that. So I have no fucking. Basketball's not my flavor. I guess I don't fucking know.
Fun shooting baskets, though.
It's fun playing recreational.
I like badminton a lot.
Fucking A.
I am dope at badminton.
That was so much fun. When I did those huge tournaments in high school.
You know.
I had Kyle Warner as my partner. And
Shout out Kyle Warner. We're trying to get him on the show. Local Albany comedian Kyle Warner. Check him out at the Funny Bone and shit. He performs that.
It was awful being a partner with him because all we did is fucking make each other laugh the whole goddamn time.
I bet.
Never fucking took anything serious.
You know who I had as a partner? Bill Ingersoll.
Yeah.
Shout out Bill Ingersoll. Bikes, trikes, and quads.com for all your used motorbike and ATV partners. He's on eBay as well. He's won awards on eBay and such.
Yeah.
He was my partner, and he refused to participate. He would only stand in one spot and hit when it came to him. So I had to play the entire field, and I made it to like the semifinals. Like I did pretty good with that. So shout out Bill. That was fucking fun. He just fucking stood there. Wouldn't put any effort in, but
that was a blast back then. That was real fun. You know what I couldn't stand? I couldn't stand when we had to do, what was that one tag game we played that they fucking made us play where
freeze tag?
You could only
crawl under somebody?
No.
Mole tag?
You could only stay on the gymnasium lines, like the basketball court lines and fucking...
Bombardment?
No. It was, you had to stay...
Steam tag?
You had to
where
walk...
they fill the shower with steam and then you play with the coach?
Yeah.
During shower time?
I swear.
That sucked.
That was not fucking part of the curriculum.
That was some fucking bullshit, dude.
Extra credit.
No, you had to.
Extra
It was
credit.
a tag game, and you had to stand on the sidelines.
You know all the lines on the basketball court, like all the fucking painted lines, like all
key
of them.
and such. Yeah.
You had to stay on the lines. You had to you couldn't walk off the lines. And there was a game of tag they played, so.
And you had to just run real fast.
It was the weirdest shit.
That sounds stupid.
It was like rail tag or some shit because you couldn't get fucking off. I don't know. Then it's like, oh, we're gonna play this. I think that was a Lemon Sally thing.
I bet it was.
We're gonna play this game, and she explained it. And I'm like, well, all right, I'll give it a chance. And then we played it. I'm like, this is dumb.
Well, it sounds very low impact. That sounds like she could like read a book while you're doing that. You know.
Yes. I don't have to moderate so much.
Yeah, if you want a female gym teacher, you want her to be very gay. I'd say to be a good gym teacher.
That's not true. Well,
yeah.
Maybe it is true.
Yeah. You probably know better than I do. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
we were the last generation that got to play dodgeball. I remember our last day of high school, we were allowed to play after not having been allowed to play for like half the year or the year.
Yep. They renamed it Sprout Ball. I remember for like the last like year that it was actually a thing.
Wasn't there some sort of stipulation to it though? Sprout, you to throw underhand or something.
Maybe you couldn't hit him in the face.
Yeah,
it was the whole reason why dodgeball. Too many concussions. It's a fucking foam ball.
No. It's too bad that's gone.
Well, they got rid of it. You know why they got rid of it? It had nothing to do with injuries.
Because people getting picked last.
Targeting. Because
you get the weak kids out first. You target the weak. That's what you do.
You're targeting.
That's what you do.
When I had the ball, everyone near me, and especially the closest one, is in my target. It's like, no shit. That's the name of the game.
There's a life lesson there.
So really, you know what the life lesson is? Everything started to go fucking south. Everyone became a pussy when we were fucking kids. That's when it really started to change.
The end of the Attitude Era, man. It all ties together.
My God.
It's a strong simulation they're running, my friend. I was thinking a lot when you said the topic today would be school about the...
Well, I just meant in general, like fall schools, like reminiscence, just everything. Everything of now, this time of year. Because summer basically is over. In my eyes, anyway. There's
still 2 weekends left.
It's done. Stop hanging on. It's coming to an end.
The last 2 weekends, you have to do the wildest shit. I'm doing wild shit again.
You're like a pitiful ex-boyfriend. Stop. Let it go.
Why are you familiar with pitiful ex-boyfriends?
Because I am. I used to be one. I was you, man. I'm telling you, let go.
I don't think that's ever been true.
You are right now. You're holding on to a season. Stop it.
I thought we were talking about school, not pumpkins and shit. And fall.
Spice.
I wanted to talk about going back to school and how they say that smell is the sense most associated with memory. Yes. Remember the smell of having new clothes and new books and a new book bag and new paper, and it's early in the morning and you're going to school.
Yeah. Remember the smell of a teacher's breath? It smells like cigarettes and coffee.
And old people. Yeah.
Now, as an adult, I think back, like, I could probably, like, I know what they were thinking when they went. It's like, oh, fuck, these little fuckers are back again.
Some of them, yeah. So how about Mr. Finch? You remember Mr. Finch?
Yes, I do.
How old do you think he was? Because I feel like when you're a kid, you think people are a lot fucking older. I feel like he was like 38.
He was probably in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
He wasn't that old.
He was like an Al Borland type, kind of. Like he dressed like him anyway. I remember one day we all drew pictures of his face on paper. And we ripped the pages out, and we came in the room, we were all wearing masks we had made of him. And BNCK stuck his tongue out of the mouth and was wagging the tongue at him. Can you imagine being a 38-year-old dude trying to teach these high school kids, and you walk into a room and there's 15 of them and they all have just masks of you and they're all mocking you wearing your face? Like, that guy's going to remember that for the rest of his life.
That's magical. That's stuff that dreams are made of right there. That's great. You know what? I would love if... Well, maybe not. If you walk in... What would you do in that situation? What could you do?
I think he kicked a few people out. I don't remember.
Robin did.
I think he might have found some amusement in it. Like,
I remember the tear. We put everything.
We were hard on him, but in a nice way. Like, we would fuck with Mr. Harris, the actual teacher, pretty relentlessly, and I think he appreciated. Like, he saw the things we did to that guy, and then he was like, "Well, at least they're joking around with me and stuff." We had to paint these. We had to paint benches.
Who decided to put all of us in one class together?
The fucking school, because we didn't want to take Spanish or home ec. They're like, oh, these guys are going to have jobs building park benches and shit.
You know what I equate that to? I equate that to a randomizer picking out winning lottery numbers, and it's that 1 in a million chance that all the numbers are at the same time, like come out at the right order at the same time. All of us got put in one fucking class, and they had to have seen it and be like, oh shit. And it's like, who's what class are they in? Oh,
how happy was the French teacher and shit that we weren't there?
Remember when Brian rolled down the fucking driveway in the computer chair?
That was hilarious. Senor Truck threw an office chair. He opened the emergency glass exit window, threw a wheeled office chair out the window, and then BNCK escaped. He went out the door, out the back.
He escaped.
And then by the time Mr. Harris was looking for him, he goes, "Where's Brian?" And we look out the window, and
He's already going.
He's in the parking lot, sitting in a chair, rolling down the hill, spinning slowly.
He's doing this, going down the hill.
Imagine seeing that. One time we had to paint benches, park benches we had made or picnic tables we had made for the local park, and we just poured paint all over everything. I took a paintbrush and I was painting a filing cabinet, poured paint all over the floor, just ruined the whole place. He made us clean it with gasoline, burning the tips off my fingers. We had a brand new whole school. We had 2 years in the old high school, which was a dump, but it was awesome.
It's freedom.
And we broke into
a lot of freedoms.
And then we went to a brand new high school and put a pack of hooligans in the state-of-the-art technology room, which we destroyed. We would take metal rods and throw them up into the ceiling.
I remember that.
Throw bolts in like the vents and the fans and just ruin everything. It was fucking hilarious.
I think he was on medication after that class. Like, seriously. I think he actually went on medication after that class.
We pushed him towards the edge quite a bit.
Oh, my God.
And I've heard subsequently that people have said he's referred to our class as being the worst in recent memory. You should have seen the class I had the first year I was here.
Here.
FSW, Freak Show Wrestling.
We would fuck with him like on a personal level, like ask him his favorite music and then mock him for like a week. But like, yeah, why don't you play the fucking Traveling Dingleberries, Mr. Harris? And be like, it's Traveling Wilburys. Like, yeah, they suck. Ray Orbison's he sucks too.
You boys don't know good music.
How about in elementary school? The librarian, if we were all good, at the end of the day would give us one single pretzel on a napkin. A little pretzel this big.
I don't remember
Miss
that.
Irachi.
I remember that name. Yeah.
If you were good,
Yeah.
she would give you one pretzel on a napkin. The equivalent of like a potato chip.
Yeah. That probably is true, but I don't remember that. I remember her.
No, I made it up.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a fucking funny joke I told. I thought it'd be funny. No, I didn't make it up.
No, nobody fucking knows. I remember her reading Where the Wild Things
Are?
Is it Where the
It's
Wild
a letter.
Things
It's either where the wild things are or where they why.
Are? Where the Wild Things Why?
Or were they you?
U-Y-R. R-U-Y. I don't know.
Where are the wild things?
R-Y-U? R-Y-U? That's Ryu. That's Street Fighter. We played Street Fighter. No, we didn't play Street Fighter. That and, you know what I fucking used to take out all the time back then? There were these series of, like, monster and horror books.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There must have been, like, maybe 40 pages each. But they had, like, King Kong and Frankenstein meets the Wolfman and Dracula and the Mummy and all those. And they had, like, Freddy Krueger. They had a book on Jaws and shit like that.
They weren't drawing books, were they?
No. They were just kind of
Pictures from the
quote-unquote
movies?
informative. They'd tell, like, a brief story of, like, what the movie was about and shit like that. I'll put a picture of one of them up.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will, because I actually...
No, I know you will. I just like saying that.
Wait till you see what I did with the last one. I got sick of doing that shit.
Did Charlie talk shit about me?
Oh yeah.
Because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Hold on a minute.
I'll let I'll let you see it after this episode.
Oh, good.
The intro, anyway.
Sorry, go on. About the monster books?
Yeah, I used to take those out constantly. I actually am looking around to buy them. Most of them are like $80 fucking now. I think they came out in like 87 or something like that, 86.
That explains. You should go to the library. We're running an Immortal Championship wrestling show at the middle school in 2 months, where you will certainly not go to the library and steal them. Definitely not going to do that. I don't remember getting much from the library. I remember I read a lot of mythology books and the drawing books.
There was a weapons book too. I used to get. Remember medieval weapons or just weapons in general? I think.
Yeah.
I got that a few times.
I do remember.
There was a WCW book there.
Really?
Yes, and I remember the first time I ever saw the Big Gold, which people don't know wrestling belts or anything. That was their heavyweight title. It's known by collectors as known as the Big Gold, but and for obvious reasons.
Isn't that the one Ric Flair was the inaugural champion and drank too much champagne and lost?
Yes.
Oh no, that was Jericho.
Either way, the bubbly. That was the one that Ric Flair first. Or he was the one that fucking put the down payment on
I don't remember a WCW book. You and Matt probably each just took turns renting it out the entire time I was in school, and I never got to see it.
That was the first time I ever saw that belt, because up to that point, the only belt I ever saw was the Winged Eagle, the Intercontinental, and the Tag Team titles.
Oh.
So I opened that book, and I saw the Big Gold. I'm like, that thing is huge. I'm like, what? What is that belt? No, I didn't even know what WCW was at the time. But yeah, I saw like Sting and like all those guys from back in the NWA.
Could have told me about
WCW.
it. How do you remember meeting me in school?
3rd grade.
That's about what I remember.
We drew mazes and shit like that.
Yep.
I remember. I wish I had those mazes still.
I remember my last name is King, and you and Matt Death would always hail to me, and I think that's my earliest memory of
Matt.
Both you guys.
I wasn't friends with Matt until 7th grade.
Well, in my head it was both of you guys, so.
That must have been later on.
Yeah, Matt wasn't even in school then, was it?
I don't think he was. No, not at our school. I think he came to our school. Maybe. I can't really.
That's
say
what
for
that's
sure.
what happened in my head. It must have been alternate, like the Mandela effect. It was probably a WWF book
Bubble
in my
Universe.
version of that past.
It was an AEW book.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I really remembered that, but I guess not. So.
That probably happened later. Maybe it did. Maybe he just fucking made shit up.
Maybe it probably did happen later, and in my head it was in like the 3rd grade.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to situate your fucking memories.
I remember watching you fight somebody in middle school, and you ran at him and just.
Oh.
You guys saw each other, and you ran like 30 feet and went to throw it. You threw a
It was
jumping.
like a wrestling fucking throwdown.
A jumping kick. You ran and did like a huge jumping pump karate kick to start it out. I think he sidestepped or blocked it or something, but.
I do remember that. I remember we were running our mouths to each other the whole fucking day before. That was recess. That's when that was. Right before recess.
Yep.
That was golden times.
I don't remember who I was rooting for either. I think I was on the other guy's side, but I was like kind of impartial.
Most people were. I wasn't. Believe it or not, I wasn't like Mr. Popular or anything like that in school. I was always kind of like. Actually, you know what? Right through high school and everything, I just kind of floated around between like group and group and group. I never really identified with this group and that group.
Probably.
And I think I still do. But now I'm just older and I just don't give a shit. I think like most people, most adults, when they grow up, it's like, I don't fucking care.
Well, I think by the time me and you were playing with wrestling figures, having pay-per-views at each other's houses when we were 16, that was when we made our way into the cool kids clique for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I think that was the pinnacle.
FAW brought me into that because it brought everyone to me.
Yeah, I guess so. I never thought of it that way, though.
That and weed.
Yeah.
That just made everyone's like, yeah, it's fucking...
Did you ever bully anybody?
Not directly, but I was definitely in the shadows as people were.
Yeah.
Like, Hack Outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
He would bully people hard. Stoley.
I watched him, the first guy, bully a guy to the point of the kid stood up for himself in the parking lot and was like, I'm not scared of you, I'll fight you. And then he kicked the shit. The bully kicked the shit out of him. Knocked him down, started stomping his head on the ground, and had to be pulled off of him. And then afterwards, he was still like, yeah, see, I'll fight you again. I'm not scared of you. Fuck you.
Give him a tip of the hat, some balls, or stupid, one or the other, I don't know.
Rest in peace, Howie. That's who that was.
Was it?
Yep.
No.
Yep. Got his ass beat and stood up and ready for more.
The one I saw was Priddle.
Oh, yeah?
Pissed down in the corner of a shower.
I gave him a concussion one time during a gym class.
Did you?
I grew up with him. I used to fuck him up pretty bad. We'd fuck each other up, but it's kind of one-sided. Rest in peace, Mark, too. Mark was a real good guy.
Yeah.
Retroactively, I was definitely fucking an asshole to a lot of people. Calling people scumbags and shit.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would.
I was like lower middle class or like upper lower class. And I was probably lower middle class myself, but I would just be ruthless to, you don't have Nikes, you fucking scrub. Why don't you go turn in your welfare check, you dirtbag, you know?
I say all, like, anytime we talk about, like, old, like, me from back then or whatever, I always say it's like, if I ever met me then, I would just ruthlessly I would fuck the shit out of me just for a hardcore mental scar.
You piece of shit. I know what you did. Oh my god.
I would fuck me up bad.
I probably would too. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
And I know I could too.
You don't think your younger self? Is there an age of you before now you think could beat you up?
Yes.
Oh yeah, when you were hitting the gym a lot and
Probably
shit.
about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Especially
think
now because like I hurt all the time.
maybe when I was
Too much.
21, maybe when I was like 21, I could kick my own ass. But I think I'm at peak physical condition since then, which is why I'm king of this fucking thing and champion. And pretty soon I'm gonna have 2 belts after you finally put that one up on the line or set up a
It's been
tournament
on
for
the
somebody
line.
to win it. We need a tournament. I want a
know.
shot. I want a shot of defending this tonight for the second time. I want more gold. I need more gold, and I will have it.
That's cardboard and that's nickel. We don't have any gold.
This is high quality Kevlar.
Oh.
Kevlar belt. Bulletproof for school returns.
Speaking of belts in school.
I went and filmed the Immortal show also, and we debuted. Why don't you put your because you don't have it, because Bin Hameen won it.
that's
And he
why.
faked because fucking Bin Hameen, the Arab bastard. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's his character. He's a diabolical terrorist foreigner, dude.
That's where you draw the line?
Yes. No, I just say that thing and I think of some of my friends. I'm like, oh, some of my friends are Arabs and shit, and I feel bad about it, but it's all in the name of comedy, people. I'm playing a character. I'm really a church mouse.
He is.
So I popped pretty hard for him being announced as 9 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 911 pounds.
Really?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, and I actually thought that he had a fake injury. As the cameraman, I was like, fucking Bin Hameen broke his ankle. I don't like that guy, but fuck, he broke his ankle. Like, he worked me, and he won your title, and that title looked sick, and they debuted it without you being there, and they didn't mention you at all, and they actually said I made it, and I said that I was cool with taking credit for it, and then I...
Still under this umbrella, Tikigodstudios. That's all that matters.
Yep. No, they brought it out to the ring, and they showed it and everything, and brought it around, and then somebody dastardly won it, so it's, God knows what he's doing with it right now, but hopefully somebody else wins it soon. But he's the Northeast Wrestling Champion. The belt looked great. The show was a great, awesome show.
Yeah.
I filmed the most hardcore match I've ever filmed on Oddity. Had a really good match with Axel Lennox. They just killed each other with cookie sheets. The Ataxia match was good, per usual. They had a match with South Philly's Finest. I missed the main event. But everything, Mr. Man had a rough night. Got
I heard.
Donut smashed in his face. Got Farouk. Ron Simmons was awesome. Ron Simmons is just such a great guy. He's actually my uncle. He married my aunt. No, actually, yeah. Well, by blood somehow. Me and Ron Simmons are related. So, what's up, Uncle Ron? Real nice guy. Seriously though, he's a real cool guy. I think he's from Georgia too, so he's almost local to us.
Yeah, I think he just lives the other way down the road.
That lends further credence to us actually being related, which is true.
I think it is true.
Yeah.
I have a good sixth sense about these things, and I have a really good feeling that this is true.
Yeah. Let's roll with it. Oh, we got some good shows coming up too, but yeah, ICW is fun. At the school, actually. Were
That's
you at the one?
October. October is in school. The next one's in Amsterdam in September.
October is the middle school that we went to.
Yeah.
Did you went to that? Yeah, you were at that one. How crazy was that? Can you imagine that we grew up playing gym in that middle school, in that gym? We played gym, dude.
Remember that game?
Remember when gym was a game? No, but can you imagine when we were like playing dodgeball, thinking in your head like one day a former intercontinental champion will wrestle here and we will film it. Like that's pretty fucking crazy.
And then
we're the shit, bro.
we are.
Oh, that's cool. And it's going to be cool to go back. Last time, I wonder if it was like, I don't think it was a weird anxiety thing, but I tried to get contacts 10 years ago, couldn't put them in. Tried again 4 years ago, couldn't put them in. Tried a year ago. Mind over matter, I was able to put them in. Then I didn't wear them for 2 weeks. One of them folded, and I decided to wear them for the show. And I tried to pull them out, and I had unknowingly pulled both out, but I thought one was still in there, so I spent a half hour. I went
poking your eye.
I literally pinched the skin on my eye. I scratched my eye till there was a red mark on it in the little kids' bathroom at the school, trying to get this invisible
That was the
contact.
last show up there?
Right before showtime. So I wonder if, I don't think there was, but it'd be funny, right, if there was some like deeply weird thing like in my brain. I'm like in those hallways and your body's like, what the but it was a horrible situation. So, but it was awesome to film a show there. Everything looks much smaller.
It is. It's awesome for a multitude of reasons. One, yes, it's our home. It's our home, like court. No pun intended. Two, it's local, so it's really convenient for me, especially. Like it's awesome. Like I just so much to do. Like I couldn't make it to the Rome show just because I had no one to watch my daughter for earlier in the day. So I told Mike that, and he picked up the belt the day before. So, whatever.
You could have gone to Texas Roadhouse with Uncle Ron like me.
Yeah, could have. Would have, could have. And do they list Amsterdam, the Elks Lodge, as ICW's home, like, arena? Because they did with... Dynasty.
I'm not sure. I think that, and I know in the past, St. Johnsville has been listed as the address for the office, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, that's where. Yeah. All right.
If anything, it would be one of the two schools or Amsterdam, I'd say.
Yeah. If anything, I think it should be St. Johnsville's high school or whatever school it is.
That'll be fun though. Filming a show in the old school.
Yeah.
Used to do a lot of wrestling in the old school. Wouldn't it be
all sorts of wrestling? That's what I was going to say before. Speaking of schools and belts, you remember when we had the foam WWF Attitude Era like wrestling belts, and that was like the seeds that were planted for backyard wrestling.
We used to fight like a motherfucker in school. We used to it wasn't even called backyard wrestling. It'd be called dugout fighting, and we would literally fight each other behind the dugouts and tap each other out and punch each other in the face and shit. Remember that shit?
I do remember that.
Yep. And Matt wanted to get involved with it, but we knew he'd fuck a lot of people up, and we're like, probably not. You can maybe fight Brian sometime, but aside from that, like, we're not going to fight you. We're just going to keep fighting each other.
Yeah, I do remember that. When was that? That was 8th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And an unpolitically correct to date, but very hilarious, I think, was an invention of mine. The gay title. If you had the gay title, which was not a physical title, you were the hypothetical gay champion. The only way to lose said title was to defeat somebody and to bestow upon them the gay title. So it was a reverse title. You had to win to lose the title. So that's why we would have like we would have two nerdy kids like in a awesome like a blood feud. I remember one time a kid grabbed a kid they were like grappled up, and he grabbed him by the hair and he was smashing his head off the cement dugout. And these are like the two worst fighters, Andy and Steve. They had a crazy feud for the gay title. Yeah, they would beat the fuck out of each other.
Oh my god. I didn't even know they were part of it.
They should have like a douchebag title or something now that you have to win to.
That would be good. Didn't you bring that up before? To Mike or something? I know you brought it up in FAW, I think. It was just in passing. They're like, we should do something like that, and that would have been a good idea, a good comedy relief thing. Speaking of, we're gonna possibly see the intro of another new belt, Immortal.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm really allowed to say what it is.
Say what it is. Just cover the microphone like this.
Oh, all right.
They can't hear us.
I don't really know if I'm allowed to say what. I'll mention it after the fact. I'm not going to give anything away because it's like in the early embryonic stages yet of what it is.
Here's a hint.
There you go.
Here's a hint. I'm going to be hosting the first ever King of This Thing inaugural deathmatch tournament in an offshoot. No, I'm not going to be doing that. I will start defending this at Immortal shows, though, and carrying it in the back of my car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You should wear it to the next Immortal show.
No,
as your
that's super embarrassing.
What? That's supposed to be a coveted prize that you wear, and you're saying it's embarrassing.
No.
You just shit on your own title.
I don't care when I'm filming at Immortal. The show day is like
why? Because actual wrestlers with actual belts
yes.
come out and look at you like you're like the retarded fan.
Yes, because actual Immortal is that job is more important to me than my real life job working in a warehouse. I would rather get fired from my real life 40-hour job tomorrow.
We just got a fucking $1.90 raise at my job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 23 or 25.30.
We got a $1.90 deduction. That's where that fucking went.
Boom.
Son of a bitch. We blame the Mexicans.
It's all the same.
50-50 usually. Shot in the dark, you know.
Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy.
How weird was it, do you think? Shout out to the kids in school that were the one of anything. Like, oh yeah, the one Asian girl in this grade. Like, oh yeah, we have 2 black kids in our grade. Like, shout out to them. That's got to be weird.
That's got to be hard.
Yeah.
Even today, because you know what I find funny today is everyone always claims like, oh, we don't care about like whatever you are. You be gay, transgender, if you're black, you're Asian, whatever. It doesn't matter to us. But it seems to me today that matters more than anything because. I can do 3 of them now. It's brought to
somebody tells me there are 4 things, I'm like, I'm out. But I'm tolerant enough for 3. Like, if you're a gay, transgender, Asian, like you said, I'm like, yo, that's cool.
All right.
But if they said that they're like vegan on top of that, I'd be like, nah, dude, fuck you. You're not good. No.
Yeah? Go kill yourself.
So 3 things, sorry.
Everyone's got their level of, tolerance.
I'm getting there.
That's pretty good. 3?
Yep.
That's pretty heavy.
Yep.
I give you props for that. I don't even think I got 3. I think 2 and I'm out. It's usually when I shut the door, I'm like, nope. What was I talking about?
I'm sorry, I totally fucking derailed you.
I don't know. Today, it's brought to the surface more than anything. That's what it is. Like any kind of minority, anything.
We were talking about work and being the only one of any in a grade and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, that was who else was the only one of whatever? I just completely ditched that topic.
I'm not going to point these people out, James.
You always fucking do.
It's not their fault.
But it's your fault.
Look, we can't. They don't you think they have it hard enough? Now we're going to name names. I'm not going to point. I'm not going to be part of this.
Well, name their alternate.
Haven't you seen Schindler's List? Because I haven't. It's in your truck, I guess. He was Spanish. He's been not a lot of Spanish.
Yeah, but
kids.
Your truck was like he didn't fucking have it hard, did he?
No.
I mean, he was in with everybody.
Yeah.
Well, everyone that we hung out with, anyway.
I mean, yeah, there was nobody that was like fucking.
And you know what was nice about
must have been weird
the whole group of us is that we were such assholes to each other. Like if somebody else tried to insult us, and this is why I really hold this dear to my heart because it really holds true for me now in life. Nobody could fucking insult us. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a retard. You fucking faggot. Like,
you could say worse than that.
Yeah, and like, whatever. And yeah. I still carry that to this day. Like, you can't insult me because I insult myself harder than you will ever even fathom of insulting anybody.
I've ruined friendships insulting each other in jest. and then just me realizing that I've gotten under their skin, and that they're coming at me from a place of malice.
The group chat with you and
Yes.
you and Queso de Soda.
Yeah.
If you should see these two, like, I have never seen anyone get under Queso's skin the way you did.
Oh, really? That's good. That's what I was trying to do. But then he for real tried to get at me.
I know.
And then I can read that though. I'm smart enough to read that. You know, some people you push over the edge, and that happens to me constantly.
I know. You know, like to me, I don't really give a shit. You can rip me all you want. It doesn't bother me. The only thing that I think bothers me is like outside entities being involved. Like if someone dug at like Amanda or my daughter, then I'll fucking kill you. But if you want to dig at me, dig at me all you want. Whatever. But yeah,
Your daughter's pretty short, man.
The fuck you say you want?
You ever hear that Randy Newman song? Just saying. Short people ain't that cool.
Oh. It's a good thing I'm taller. Survival of the fittest. Yeah, but Queso gets so fucking worked up. Like it's so funny. And I the same thing happens. Johnny Boy does the same thing to him, and it's funny because he's the kind of person that'll rip on somebody, like jokingly rip on them, but like really put their thumb in the back. And no one can really touch him. Not many people. I know how, but I just don't. Because it's not really my flavor too. But watching you and Johnny do it, that just like fills my heart with glee. I just watch him like, this is great.
It's just it's always from a nice place to antagonize somebody. Some people are just fun to antagonize. It's fun to wind them up a little bit. But you too can tell when somebody will say something to me like, and I'll say there's not even any humor in that. Now you're just outright insulting me. There has to be a joke. Like I'm funny when I'm insulting you. If you're straight up insulting me, then I'll get mad, and I'll which is a fault of mine, and that's shitty to do too. But then I'll get pissed myself from a situation I started myself. But
it's just kind of bass backwards, but
yeah, whatever. That's why I'm the fucking king of this thing.
I guess.
That's why I'm the champ.
So you could, by that logic, you could actually face yourself and win or lose, depending on how you look at it.
I have. I'm 12-3. The title's changed hands 3 times.
That's pretty fucking good.
Untelevised house shows. You can't hold your breath for 60 seconds.
Fuck, you won. Oh,
I can defend it right now if you want. If you have a pen and a piece of paper.
I do. You gonna play tic-tac-toe?
No, you're gonna pick an animal. Any animal.
All right. I'm going to pick an animal?
Yep.
It's dull, but in my head,
Nope, tell me.
a lynx.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, now pick a state.
Alabama.
All right, now I'm defending this in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The first fall is going to be a wildlife cat 9 lives death match. 9 death matches
Oh, best out of 9?
for the lynx.
Yeah.
We're going to guess the weight of the biggest lynx ever, and whoever gets closest by the pound wins that round. And then we go to round 2. This is the Alabama death match, the KKK death match. That's what this is.
Yeah.
No, not in a bad racial way. We're not going to call it that. We're going to scratch that. This is Alabama the band death match. What's a sick Alabama song? Wheels turning. Something about trucking. This is the trucking death match.
All right.
We're going to take Alabama and we're going to guess a state, and whoever can guess the state that is closest to the population of Alabama will be the winner of that round. And then if it's a 1-1, we're going to go into the $1 Million Man death match, 3rd round decider.
What will that be? You make that up as you go along?
That'll be revealed if we get to that point.
All right, that's going to make it up as he goes along. Okay.
Oh, you have to write down your guess of the
The weight of the lynx?
yes, and
right.
the state as well.
All right.
Play some music in the meantime. Do, 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 do.
Wait, I'm playing music right now.
Really?
Yes. Don't you hear it?
That's awesome. I love this song.
So it really picks up. Maybe not. I don't know why I have to do that, but. Okay, weight of the links. Or we're gonna guess weights. I mean, one weight, singular. Without going over it, right?
No, you can't go over. Just whoever's close to the actual.
Oh, okay. So
The heaviest one ever. Think of the biggest links ever recorded. We should look this up quick. I've already written mine down, so I'll look it up.
okay. Say, okay.
Title belt on the line.
On the line. Title belt's on the line.
Wildlife death match. Biggest links ever. How do you spell links?
LYNX.
I know.
I mean LINKS.
Do I click links?
Which link?
From Zelda.
Usually the first link.
Largest links ever recorded.
What if like chain links come up?
Scott Steiner. This might take longer to find than I thought. What is the largest links? Just fucking tell me.
Wait. I got it. We're gonna pull a queso here. Everyone's got their phone out.
No, I got it. This is you want to go with the biggest specific breed of lynx? It's the Eurasian lynx?
No.
Okay. Find the biggest one then.
All right, I'll just go heaviest link. Let's try that again. Heaviest links on record. I don't know if this is the largest. It's a large one.
Let's go with it. I don't give a shit.
Pennsylvania.
I'm a fighting fucking champion.
1874.
Yep, sounds pretty big. If they remember it from back then, that's a big fucking lynx, bro. Let's go
Weighed
with it.
75 pounds.
What do you got?
68.
80.
Ah.
Round one winner. Lynx are small, I figure.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. All right, now look up United States population by state,
All right.
and then find Alabama.
United States population by state.
Round one winner. If this is a 2 out of 3 falls match, you're probably gonna throw.
Wait, I didn't write anything down for this.
Oh, yeah,
yet.
you got to write a state that's closest to Alabama.
I don't know what. Wait. Let's go out of this. Get rid of that. We gotta look up Alabama's population, right?
No, you have the state with the closest population to Alabama. So look up.
I don't know the population of Alabama though.
Look up U.S. states by population. List of U.S. states by population.
But that's gonna give
And
you.
did you guess a state? You just have to guess the state you think is
Oh,
closest.
just whatever.
No, the state you think is biggest, is closest to size.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Just whatever. Okay.
The closest to size of Alabama.
By population.
Yes. This is the second of 2 falls.
Okay. Are you looking it up?
Yep.
Okay.
What's your guess?
Wisconsin.
It's interesting. I put Georgia.
That's right.
I just figure they're the same size and they're right next to each other. Shit, I clicked something. Horse porn. How did this get on my phone?
It's at links.
The links.
Nah.
Oh,
You
shit.
went in the wrong links.
Oh, shit, there's Georgia. I want a fucking list. Alright, I got it right here.
I had a list when I initially looked it up.
Even if you win, we still go to the $1 Million Man death match.
I kind of
First
hoping we go
ever.
to that. I want to know what it is.
I don't really want to. Don't really want to do that. Let's see, where's Alabama? Alabama's 24.
Right.
What was your guess?
Wisconsin.
Oh shit, you're only 4 states away.
Oh.
Mine was Georgia. Fucking Georgia's the 8th most populous state in the United States. $1 Million Man Deathmatch.
All right. So what?
2 falls decided. King of this thing title on the line. Will the best ever champ of all time, undefeated, tallest heavyweight champ of all time, most handsomest,
It's technically all true.
awesomest, biggest, dickest champion of all time,
It's all-
be defeated the $1 Million Man Deathmatch? We take turns. I go first. I'll give you $1 for me to keep that title. If you give me more, you can win it. And then I get to go again. It's a bidding war.
Bidding more?
Yep.
I'll give you $1 and a penny.
I'll give you $2.
I'll give you $2 and a penny.
I'll give you $2 and a quarter.
I'll give you $2.35.
Shit, I didn't think I should have put increments on this. This could go on for a while. I'll give you $5.
I'll give you $5 and a penny.
You're the champ. You just won.
I mean,
My chair too.
where's my $1 Million Man music?
I dressed like Virgil for you today, bro. From your own personal Virgil. Motherfucker. I did not see that coming.
So,
Yeah.
everyone's got a price. Everyone's gonna pay.
1-1.
The $1 Million Man always gets his way.
1-1.
Wait, what'd you say you're gonna do? Kiss my ass.
It's bulletproof. It's real Kevlar. Just be nice to her.
Well,
It took me 12 hours to make that.
the local king of the belt making.
Do your thing on it. Turn that into real leather. Make it metallicized.
You come back and it's actual belt.
Put some jewels on there.
Yeah, I got some
It's a whole
jewels.
scheme for me to legitimize the belt.
Bedazzle it.
You can feel free to edit it any way as you see fit.
There you go.
Please try not to lose to Charlie, but I'd love it if you defend it to him at least. The next time I'm champion and there's a 3-man podcast that we're gonna have a contest, whoever can hit Charlie the hardest wins the title.
You won't see it coming.
Fuck.
So it was like an eBay bidding war.
Oh,
$1 and a penny. Is there shipping? No, fast and free. I already have it.
I want that penny.
I think I put all my pennies in my thing.
I've been so frugal lately and so good with my money, I actually feel bad taking $5 from you, but I will for the sake of that title. Oh, man. So,
School.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fuck school. I don't remember that shit. It was a long time ago. Back before my dreams were shattered. I remember back when I was a champion. I started out as nothing. Motherfucker.
All right.
What was your favorite grade, do you think?
What grade was I when I won that king title there? Now grade. That's right.
27th. You're in the 27th grade when you won that or something.
That's
Huh?
right.
No, you're in the, I don't know.
What was my favorite grade?
It's just sitting on the floor over there. Fuck.
It was just sitting on the floor over there.
But now you got it now though. It's different.
It's on this side of the wall.
It hurts my heart now. It hurts right here.
Wait. I need to.
At least there's a space on your shelf for it.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. My favorite grade. Yeah. 3rd grade was awesome.
Yeah, when you were a kid and like toys
6th
were
grade.
awesome.
6th grade was. 6th grade is probably right up there. One of the best years I had. I had so much fun in 6th grade.
Yeah.
in and out of school.
Remember when you could stay home from school and it was amazing, and now you do it one day and you just lay around for 2 hours and watch TV, you just feel like a lazy piece of shit, and you just have to get up and take a shower and go to the store or at least fucking do something.
When I stay home from work, I make it a point not to do anything.
Really?
Because it's just, I'm on my feet and just moving so much on my days that I work. I'm like, if I'm staying home, I'm not doing anything today.
Fair.
On my weekends, though, I'm usually in here working on whatever shit that we have, like I'm doing with you guys, or working on belt shit.
Or winning fucking titles, apparently.
Yeah, but that's old hat, so, you know, whatever.
I'm just going to come back with a new one next week.
I'm a fighting champion.
You haven't even defended it yet.
I know. Yeah, 6th grade, 9th grade kind of sucked. It's like the first year in the old high school. I mean, maybe in the old high school was kind of cool, but
I thought the new high school sucked going into it. It was like a mall with no stores in it. It was so big and empty and vacant and brand new. The previous high school was a little hole in the wall. It was a little 2-story thing. Miniature cafeteria, had like 4 tables in it. Very small gym. I did have a theater and a little drama type stage type of shit that was pretty nice, but yeah, it was a pretty beat down building, and it was sweet. We broke into it years later. It was closed for some time, and I remember it was awesome. I love exploring abandoned buildings and places I shouldn't be.
They had the rifle range down the basement. Yeah,
we went in the basement, and there was like 3 inches of like spent .22 shells covering the entire floor.
That's when they used to have a rifle club.
The school had a shooting range in the basement. And also down there we saw...
You would never fucking see that now.
No. Typical or indicative of like a horror movie, or like there was I remember a card table being flipped over and a deck of cards everywhere and a single solitary bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
Just so like if you had a flashlight and you're filming like a Freddy Krueger movie, you'd be like, hey, a kid's been here.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. And big stacks of books, entire same volumes of books stacked 6 feet tall in the hallway, just left there and falling all over. Lockers pushed over, windows broke. All of the seats in the auditorium were like nice padded seats, so I think they cut all those out and it was empty, and they took all that outdated computer equipment and put it up on the balcony. So the 3 of us are up on the balcony and you guys have your backs turned, and I picked up an old computer monitor about this big, like the pressurized black glass kind, and I took a few steps and I hucked it off into the auditorium, which is built for sound, with the chairs cut out of it, and it sounded like a fucking shotgun blast.
We didn't even know you threw it. All of a sudden, boom! We're like, what the fuck?
It must have scared the fuck out of you guys. My
what
bad.
What the fuck was that?
And then my first thought was they could probably hear that out in the street. Then we explored for a minute or two, and I think I was even the one who was like,
let's get the fuck out of here.
I was low-key pussying out like, hey guys, we should probably go, and you guys were like, yeah, all right. that was super fun. Really cool just being in there in the dark and just all the shit all smashed and like a movie. They bulldozed it.
Yeah. Had asbestos all on the walls and everything.
No doubt. But we could leave for lunch. You could go across the street and get 2 slices and a soda for like $2.50.
We used to always go to Fast Track. I remember me, Bill, Ingersoll,
Mike Krug, rest in peace, Mike Krug.
Matt.
Make ramen noodles. Remember?
Yep.
The hot soup, the cup of soup thing. We'd take the hot coffee water from the thing and pour it in there.
I'd do that. Drain the water out, eat the noodles, or pizza burgers. Used to get those a lot.
Yeah, those were good.
They were back then. They probably are awful now, but at the time they were good.
They could never be made the same way again, probably. That kind of bread and cheese and sauce mixture isn't available. The Snickers isn't the same as it was even a year ago, let alone,
almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It is 20 years ago.
Snickers, in the 70s, the Snickers had sugar and chunks of chocolate and shit like that. Now
cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. Asbestos.
Yeah, asbestos, cocaine, and sugar chunks.
Yep. Got a little.
Here you go, you little fucker.
Got
Eat
a little
this.
lawsuit with your candy bar.
Yeah.
I can't believe you won that fucking title from me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm the longest reigning champion of all time, just so you know.
Yeah.
You got on your heels, the longest reigning champion of all time.
It ain't about yesterday. It's about what you do with it today.
That is not an intergender championship either. It's not. I made it. I decided it. Nope. No women winning that title.
Sorry.
Even though Queso identifies as a woman, I will allow him to win
it's
that.
different though.
No physical.
Sorry, ladies. This cannot be held by you. I know it breaks your heart,
But this can.
but that can.
For the low price of $49.95.
$49.9 or $501. What I paid for this.
Yeah, I was feeling particularly frugal tonight.
So
I thought it was a power move. Like, I'll go from 2 right to 5. 5 was preposterous. And then I'm like, oh, I'm out.
First I was like, oh, $5, yeah. But then I'm like, I have a lot of belts coming in. That's a lot of money. Fuck it.
Yeah, now you got another one. No shipping on that one either. I brought it right to you.
Yeah.
The penny's the shipping, I guess. But yeah, put some nice snakeskin on the back.
So,
some snaps and
Georgia, huh?
the 8th most populous state in the United States. So fucking apparently, Atlanta's a lot fucking bigger than I thought. I guess they got people living right at the airport.
Well, you have Atlanta. There's
Augusta.
Hilton Head Island. That's all
just
is
an island, dude.
that whole
so many people on
coast
that.
is all tourist location. I like Georgia.
Yeah, well, I like it a lot better than whatever the fuck you said, Wisconsin.
I think most people do. That's why I said Wisconsin.
Yeah, I guess Alabama probably sucks too. I've only been through there really. I think.
I've never been to Alabama,
No.
but it's the bayou, so
Is it?
yeah. Louisiana, Alabama, it's all in the bayou.
I just think of the Klan when I think of Alabama. I just think of
And that's why no one goes there. Wisconsin, no one goes there. It's cold as shit. Fargo,
Yeah. That's North Dakota though.
whatever.
It's all the Midwest.
North
Fuck it
Dakota.
all, that whole shit sucks.
North Dakota, just west of fucking Oregon.
As a
and
former
Canada.
king of this thing, I have no time for the flyover states either, as we call them in the business. Fuck.
Listen, I'll defend it in any state. Wisconsin, Georgia, Puerto Rico.
Oh, if I should have defended it when I was in Jersey. I could have defended it on the TJ and Friends show and lent more credence to it.
Yeah, see?
Yep. I should have brought my Singapore cane tonight too.
You remember that one time when you were champion?
Yeah, I had the most violent defense of all time. I defended in a 3-way staple gun death match and I won. And then I lost it in a fucking trivia battle, a $1 million death match. Whoever the fuck stupid idea that was.
Brains over brawn. All I had to do was just wait for my time. I had to wait for my spot.
Yeah. $5. Yep. I don't know how I thought that. I don't know how that was gonna go in my head. I thought you'd just be like, "What? No," and you're like,
I almost did with the first one, but I'm like, well, let's see how far this goes. $1. I was like, fuck it, take it. I don't know, I'll take the $1.
Oh man.
$5. I was actually hoping you'd go to 10. Then I would have tapped out at 10. Be like, nah, give me the 10. You can take
Actually, the heeb in me was thinking like, you can make an extra $5 right now. Oh no, the heeb in me. I said the thing wrong.
Whatever.
The heebie-jeebies I got thinking how much money I'd make on it.
Scary, wary, freaky deaky.
Freaky Friday death match.
Speaking of heebie-jeebies, it's a poor segue, but whatever. I just bought the Cinemassacre's set of plates, so I have those are designed. They're coming in, and hopefully I'll have that to them by probably early mid-October, something like that.
Awesome.
So that's going to Cinemassacre. If for some fucking how you've never watched Cinemassacre, and anybody who's watching this probably has, but check them out.
Yeah, they do awesome stuff.
I've been a fan of them for the better part of 11 years.
I prefer the movie reviews as to you prefer the angry video game.
I actually like any of it. I love the movie reviews. I love when he does a solo.
I like any of it too, but I particularly like the movie reviews.
He did a lot of
tongue-tied over losing the title still. My fucking mojo's gone.
He did a lot of solo reviews and stuff beforehand, like the Monster Madness is one of my all-time favorites.
I watched
for that
some
channel.
of the Friday one because you said you had seen it. Yeah,
I love Monster Madness. Yeah, he does the rental reviews. Those are great. James and Mike Mondays, they're okay. I watch those. I'm not huge on those, but of course the Angry Video Game Nerd. That's really what propelled the whole thing. The Bullshit Man. You know it's bullshit. I think those are great.
Can't watch much of Mike, man. He's kind of got a David Schwimmer voice kind of vibe to me. Kind of like don't like listening to him.
That's a lot of people share that opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Board James, that's a good one. That actually turned into like a weird thriller horror. Like
I saw one where they listened to
long story
just
arc.
random ass music.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't they do like a name that tune kind of deal? Like they played like the first like note or 3 notes or something like that.
I don't know.
I would love to do something like that. I could probably rock that. Maybe that'll be my defense. Do a name that tune.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a really good one.
That'll be on the next show.
All right.
Name that. It'll be see if we can get a triple threat, or maybe even a fatal 4-way if everyone gets here. Name that tune.
No women though. Ain't no broads winning that title.
You know what we should do? Won't be any women, but we'll only play women's songs.
That's fine.
So it'll be like modern country and shit like that. Stuff that I'm not going to fucking
I'm just
know
going to
anything
guess Mariah Carey for everything.
Eventually, I mean, mathematically, you should eventually win.
Who was it? A kid in Health did that. His answer to everything was personal wellness, and 1 out of like 8 times he was correct. He would just say it every time, just ironically. Shout out Mr. Watterson, our health and gym teacher. He's another one I looked at as older, but he was probably like 32 at the time or something like that.
Always beat red face.
He was hilarious. He's the one that said, "King, there's the door. Use it." He'd kick people out in just the most...
You have 2 options, leave or get out.
2 options, leave or get out, yeah. And he busted all his teeth out because he had a Mountain Dew bottle in his teeth while he was fiddling with his car keys, and looked down, and the Mountain Dew bottle hit the roof of his car and busted out all his teeth.
Really?
That's what he says.
He got in a drunk fight with someone, and someone just punched him in the face?
I think so. Or something. That's what he went with, though.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, you got punched in the face. Whatever. Just fess up to it.
We used to
I understand why you can't. School, you can't be, I was drunk at a bar. All right, I get it.
We used to constantly ride on it for being high.
Now you got me saying bro. Jesus.
I started saying it ironically, too.
Yeah, because that's definitely not something I would say.
And I only say it on the end of things that are funny. Like, you'll never hear me be like...
Baby albums, bro.
I'll never... Yeah, exactly. I'll never show up at your house and be like, "Man, I need this.
Bro.
I need this. I got this surgery, bro. I need this surgery, bro." You'll never hear me say that to you. I'll say it on the end of a joke, and ultimately it probably will become part of my regular...
Unless the surgery is the joke. Like, dude, I had the surgery, bro. It's gone.
I'm not a bro anymore, bro. Bro. Bro.
Bro.
Oh, man. I lost it. Lost what I was thinking.
Yeah, you lost. That's not all you lost tonight.
No, I didn't say dude forever either. I always thought it was stupid when I was a kid that people, "Hey, dude." I thought it was...
I said dude.
I guess I probably...
And that turned into guy.
Yeah, guy is a good one.
I say guy all the fucking time.
That's
now.
a good one. Like,
I think I got that from a cartoon. Don't ask me what
Mission
cartoon.
Hill.
Was it? Hey, guy.
Either that or 3 South. One of those two.
It was, all I remember is whatever characters. Hey, guy.
He was his roommate, yeah.
That's probably where I got it
He was
from.
a blonde guy with a chin strap beard, no mustache, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where it came from.
That's that's prevalent in like New Hampshire and shit.
Yeah.
Like the New England and other places. That's a good one. I wouldn't mind adapting that myself. It'd be an obvious take on your everyday speech. So
I didn't even mean to.
Everything's already taken. Chief, boss.
Who says chief?
A lot of people say chief.
Charlie does.
Yeah.
Only when he's like sarcastically, get off your high horse kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
When he's doing something like that. But I think most people do when they're trying to be like a subtle asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, chief. Fuck.
Listen here, Buster.
Yeah. Hey, wise guy.
Wise guy. Yeah, I wish I had like a unique fit all word for that, like pal or, cat. I like cat. Like Steve Austin
say
was saying
cat.
that. No, you don't. You just said that because I said I was going to say it. You say fucking guy. Leave it at that.
I say.
Would you let me have? It says cat.
All right, fine. I mean, I don't say cat.
On my old title belt, it has a cat right on it.
No, you say kitty cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. See, that's yours.
Shout out cats, man.
Kitties and cats.
You got to live your 9 lives to the fullest.
Yeah.
So what? One thing that's gone with the days of school is waiting for a certain time of day for shit to be on TV. Like us Simpsons would always be on at 5 o'clock, or Jeopardy be on at 6:30 or whatever.
Yeah, everything's now on demand or DVR.
Unless it's so super popular, like Game of Thrones or whatever, that people make it a point to sit in front of their TV and watch it because the rest of the world is watching it as well.
I do not.
I don't either.
I can barely watch. The Boys was on Amazon Prime. It was that superhero, like really gory comedy superhero show. And I watched the first episode, and it's good, really good. But that's as far as I've gotten still. Although,
Yeah.
I just started last week watching the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
Really?
That is fucking fantastic. One, it stays very true to the old movie. So Jim Henson's like his vision of what the old movie was. It stays so true. Like it's all practical effects. There's digital effects in it, but a majority is practical effects.
That's cool.
It's all puppetry. But it's definitely not for children.
Why, it's spooky imagery, monsters
Kids,
and shit.
Sort of, but it's got political. Yeah, it's got a lot of politics.
What?
It's got racism in it.
What?
If you have to watch it to see what I'm talking about.
not like modern day political.
No.
Okay.
There's like classes, like caste system kind of.
He's a dirty muggle.
It's smart.
He's a muggle lover.
It's really smart. It's a smart show.
Fucking sand muggles.
But
Jesus Christ.
it's so fucking good. The first episode I sat and I watched in awe. I was just in awe. I was like, this is so fucking good. Like, it's a visual spectacle. And then once you get past the first episode is good, but not really like, it doesn't really capture your attention hard. The second episode, though, then it starts to do a lot of character development.
A loose reimagining or recreation of the movie, or is it a sequel?
No, it's a prequel. It's about it's like 1,000 years before.
Mm-hmm.
Like the movie.
How many of the old actors are available to be?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
It's like Aughra, and like a lot of the old characters are in it. The guy who does the voice is Chamberlain, the Skeksis. You'd swear it was the original guy from the old, like 1981 or 3, whenever the hell the movie came out. You'd swear it was the same guy.
Like with Journey, but he's like a little Asian guy or something now.
Yeah.
Or he was a little Asian guy, but now he's a big fat Hawaiian guy or something.
Yeah. But you listen to him, you're like, there's a couple of minor gripes I have with it. Like the guy who does the voice for the general in the original movie, he was really guttural, low voice, like really prominent. And this one, it's not. It just sounds like a regular guy. And that would kind of offset me. I'm like, eh. In the original, the Skeksis Emperor was a really he was old, like super old and dying, but he was really hissy kind of voice, not like really guttural. In this one, it's a very masculine, prominent voice. So I was like, I don't.
Gotta watch that again, dude. I haven't seen that in probably fucking.
It was
25 years.
It was one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid, and I still adore it.
What's better, that or like Legend?
I would say
No, not Legend. The David Bowie one.
Oh, Labyrinth?
Yes.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's what I meant to ask.
That's a fucking hard one.
Are they
Legend,
go hand in hand? Are they around the same time and shit? They're both Jim Henson fucking joints, right?
Yes. Labyrinth was, I think, a couple years after.
All right.
Yeah, because I think Labyrinth was 83 or 84, maybe, or 84.
That makes
85.
sense. The one that's a little more kid centric was first, and then later on.
And the Dark Crystal, I think, was like a year or two before that. Yeah, Legend, Dark Crystal all the way. I love Legend. It's awesome. It's cool, but it doesn't hold a candle to it. At least in my eyes, my opinion. But yeah, Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. I am fascinated by it. That's probably what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Is like my tomorrow.
You haven't finished it yet?
No, there's I think 10 episodes, and I've gotten through 4 or 5. I just sat and binged watched those. And for me, watching more than one episode, it never happens. Even if I really like it just doesn't happen. So the fact that I sat and watched like 4 straight episodes, I mean, that for anyone that knows me and TV shows should speak major volumes.
These fucking people tell me to watch this shit, and there's fucking 4 seasons of 11 episodes. I'm like, you're telling me you want me to spend 44 hours of my life watching this TV show because you said it was good? That's a whole work week I'm going to spend watching this?
Yeah, no way. Like, I watched, when Game of Thrones first came out, they said, this turned into a fucking TV show podcast, whatever. Game of Thrones first came out, they're like, Dan, Des is Dan. He's like, you got to watch this. Both of them were like, you got to watch it. You'll love it. Because it's all the kind of shit I like. I like that.
Yeah,
I love.
Try to get me to watch
obviously, I love geeky kind of shit because that's what I am.
It's great. I've seen a few episodes.
So I watched it and I was like, all right, it's good. Wasn't anywhere near enough to like really grasp my attention, like hold me in. Like I just,
That's I'm
not saying it was bad at all because it wasn't bad at all. It was really good. I just didn't care. I just, And then just what you said, and like, there's so, and especially now, it's like there's so many fucking episodes. Like, no way.
Yeah.
And you know what? My biggest issue with it, and this is like Walking Dead and all that. If you miss an episode, that's like some big plot points or something. Like, it's one giant story. It's the longest running movie you'll ever watch. Like,
is that shit even still on Walking Dead? The ratings have got to be a third of what they were now.
I think there's like a new season coming out soon, or is out, or whatever. I love TV shows. I own seasons of TV shows. The X-Files, Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt.
I didn't know you were into the X-Files.
Fucking A.
That's fucking weird. I want to believe that you're into the X-Files, but I don't fucking believe you.
You don't know shit.
I want to believe that you are, but
listen, if I didn't say it, nobody would know.
Put up a picture of something right there to prove that you like X-Files, you fucking piece of shit liar.
No.
All right,
fine, I will.
All right, right there, put it up. Prove to me somehow that you fucking like X-Files. All right. We'll see if that works out or not. Your new champion, everybody.
Only a champion can do that.
I got into this show.
Twilight Zone, Married to Children.
Yeah.
Like most of the aside from the X-Files, that's a long story arc, but that's a show that you don't have to watch every episode. You can just tune in. The rest of those you can tune into any show and you won't really miss anything. Like, you're not required to watch it in order, and I hate that now.
I got into this show, Superstore. It's kind of like, it reminded me of like Office kind of. And Scrubs, but like in a Walmart, and I was really into it. And I was thinking, hell yeah, I found a show I like. I haven't found a show I like in a very long time.
Eastbound and Down.
Oh, that's
a whole nother level.
Ever, yeah. So I click on this. Oh my god, I got all these episodes to watch through. This is great. Fucking 4 seasons of 22 episodes, and I was like, fucking cool. Wow, that's great. Oh god, that's awesome. Almost 100 episodes of this I can watch. Fuck, that's great. Like, I didn't want that many. It
becomes like a homework assignment, doesn't it?
I wanted 4 seasons of 12 episodes. That would have been like nice. But 4 seasons of 22 episodes? Yeah, it does.
Doesn't that kind of
yeah.
It popped into my head, and I'm guilty of it too, but doesn't that a couple episodes ago I made the point of saying I wish Halloween had ended after 3.
Yeah.
Just because, and then you said like, "Oh man, I wish there wasn't so many Halloweens."
Yeah. Why are they still making content of this thing I'm into? It sucks.
Didn't that kind of just go completely against what you said there? You're like, "Fuck, there's way too many episodes. Why can't there be less episodes of the show I like?"
No. This is me getting into something and having a huge cachet of things to, if Superstore spanned 20 years and they're still making a reboot of Superstore in 20 years, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I'll watch it. I love this shit 20 years ago. I'll be dead though, but I'm gonna die with that fucking belt on my waist.
Whatever.
If I die as champion, I'm getting buried with it or burned with it. It'll survive. It's made of Kevlar.
The plates won't.
Bury me with that fucking title because I'm going to be the champion by the time I die. I
All right.
guarantee it.
Every time you're not on the show, I'm going to sit here, wear the title on my shoulder, and just bury the fuck out of you.
It's all right.
What a piece of shit champion he was.
matter.
His second defense, and he lost horribly.
I beat you in a staple gun triple threat death match. Beat Charlie too. Charlie, I know you talk shit about me, Charlie. Fuck you. I'm gonna fucking win that belt back.
You
and
didn't
shove it
take
in your
any
face.
staples, though. So that whole match was a no contest.
I stapled myself.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I did.
I'll have to watch it back.
Yep. Sure did. My arm got fucked up from that dude. It was weird.
That's right. Yeah.
It went in super deep, and for the next like
Yeah.
24 hours, the whole area was like Rice Krispie under my skin. It was really weird. It was like almost like the staple pulled the skin in that area and put like air
Almost
in
like
it or something.
it was fucking stupid to do that.
I did it several times this weekend and to other people. I stapled a lot of things this weekend. I was the champion. I was living large, high on the hog. Now I'm just a fucking piece of shit. Nobody.
I got you jobbing at the next event. I think you could put over queso.
Dark match.
Yeah.
Hot dog and a handshake or just a handshake? Do I even get that?
Yeah, I guess former champion. I'll give you a little something.
You're gonna make me use R. Kelly's entrance music again?
Listen, dude, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
You know the rules.
Ain't easy being fucking Pee Wee Herman. Ain't easy life for homeless Pee Wee Herman.
I'm gonna have to fix these plates.
Shit.